Have you ever seen an older woman walk into a room and suddenly the energy shifts? Heads turn, conversations pause, and people can't help but notice her. It's not because she's the youngest or even the most glamorous. It's something far more magnetic, her presence. This kind of irresistibility doesn't come from chasing youth or hiding age. It comes from wisdom, confidence, and a way of carrying yourself that only deepens with time. And the truth is, you can build it at any age. Too often, women over 50 or 60 are told to blend into the background, to quiet down, to stop shining. But this season of life, it can actually be your most radiant chapter. You've lived, you've learned, and you now carry stories, grace, and strength that younger women simply can't match. Today, we're going to uncover 15 powerful habits that make an older woman truly irresistible, not because of how she looks, but because of who she is. These habits are rooted in presence, mindset, relationships, and authentic self-expression. By the end of this video, you'll see that your image isn't a barrier. It's your superpower. So let's begin with the foundation, the personal habits that shape how others experience you the moment you walk into a room.
Before you even say a word, your body is already speaking. The way you walk into a room tells people whether you see yourself as someone worth noticing or someone trying to disappear. That's why posture is one of the most powerful yet overlooked habits of irresistibility. Shoulders back, chin lifted slightly, a steady stride. These simple adjustments radiate quiet confidence. And here's the fascinating part. Posture doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you feel about yourself. Studies show that standing tall actually signals to your brain that you are capable, strong, and ready for life. A woman with presence doesn't need to demand attention, it naturally flows toward her. Think of posture as your silent introduction. Before you speak, laugh, or even smile, it sets the tone. And presence is not about being stiff or rigid. It's about being grounded, relaxed, and intentional in the way you carry yourself. When you embody this, people can't help but sense your self-assurance. Even in a crowd, your energy stands out. And that's the first building block of irresistibility. Because when you stand tall, both physically and emotionally, you remind the world and yourself that you belong in every room you enter.
Irresistibility is not about looking like you're 25 again. It's about radiating energy that makes others feel alive when they're around you. And that starts with how you care for your health. Think of vitality as your inner glow. It comes from nourishing your body, resting well, and moving in ways that bring you joy. It doesn't require extreme workouts or complicated diets. Simple choices like staying hydrated, walking daily, practicing gentle yoga, or eating whole, colorful foods create a visible shift in your energy. People notice when you feel good in your own skin. It shows in your posture, your eyes, and even the way you laugh. And here's the truth. Energy is magnetic. When you're tired, run down, or neglecting yourself, others can feel that too. But when you're energized, it's contagious. People are naturally drawn to you. Prioritizing health is not selfish. It's self-respect. It tells the world, I value myself enough to care for my body and spirit. And it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, every act of care is an investment in your irresistibility. Vitality reminds people that age isn't about decline. It's about living fully with strength and light that others can't help but notice. Irresistibility isn't about erasing every wrinkle. It's about showing the world that you care enough to present yourself with pride. Grooming is one of the simplest yet most powerful habits that set magnetic women apart. Think of it this way. Neat, well-kept hair, clean nails, and skin that glows with care send a silent but powerful message. I matter. And that message is irresistible. Radiance doesn't come from expensive creams or heavy makeup. It comes from consistency.
A simple skincare routine, a touch of lip color, or even just fresh, well-brushed hair creates an aura of self-respect. People notice the little details more than you think. When you look polished, you feel polished, and that confidence radiates outward. And here's the truth. Wrinkles don't dull your beauty, neglect does. When you honor yourself with good grooming, you remind the world that elegance has no age limit. Pair that with scents you love, maybe a soft floral or a fresh citrus, and you create a sensory memory that makes people want to be near you. Radiance is less about covering up and more about shining through. And when you shine, others can't help but turn their heads.
Never underestimate the power of a genuine smile. It is one of the most magnetic forces on earth. At any age, but especially after 60, warmth becomes far more captivating than perfection. A woman who smiles with her eyes, whose face carries kindness, instantly lights up a room. Science even proves that smiling not only makes you appear approachable, it also releases feel-good hormones that elevate your own mood. It's a double gift. You feel better, and others feel drawn to you. Think about the people you remember most. They probably weren't the ones with flawless skin, but the ones who made you feel at ease, welcomed, and cared for. That's the real magic of warmth. And here's the secret. As the years pass, your smile gains character. Every laugh line tells a story of joy lived, a resilience, of moments that shaped you. Those expressions aren't flaws, they're treasures. So don't hide them. Let them shine. When you pair confident posture, glowing vitality, polished grooming, and the genuine smile, you create a presence so magnetic that people can't help but lean in. This is the foundation of irresistibility, not youth, not perfection, but presence and warmth that radiates from the inside out. If there's one thing that makes a woman unforgettable, it's passion. Not the fleeting kind, but a steady flame that fuels her days. An older woman who has purpose radiates an energy that no amount of makeup or money can replicate. Whether it's gardening, painting, mentoring, volunteering, or even starting a new project at 70, passion lights you up from within, and others can feel it. Purpose gives meaning to your days, but it also gives depth to your presence. Think about it. When you talk to someone who is excited about life, their enthusiasm draws you in. They inspire you, not by perfection, but by example. After 60, this becomes even more powerful because you have the freedom to invest your time in what truly matters. Studies show that people with a sense of purpose live longer, report higher happiness, and attract deeper relationships. Passion is contagious. It awakens curiosity in others and makes you magnetic without even trying. So ask yourself, what makes your heart light up? Whatever it is, lean into it because that spark is one of the most irresistible qualities you'll ever carry. One of the most magnetic habits a woman can develop is the ability to truly listen. In today's world, where so many are waiting for their turn to talk, a woman who leans in, maintains eye contact, and listens with her whole heart instantly sets herself apart. Listening goes beyond hearing words. It means tuning into emotions, body language, and what's unsaid. When you listen deeply, you give people a rare gift, the feeling of being seen and valued. And that, more than beauty or charm, is irresistible. Think about the last time someone gave you their full attention. It likely made you feel important, cared for, and understood. That's the kind of connection older women can master with grace because years of life experience have sharpened empathy and patience. Here's the secret. People don't remember
every word of a conversation, but they never forget how you made them feel. When you practice genuine listening, you become unforgettable. And the beauty is, it costs nothing, requires no special skill, just presence. Kindness never goes out of style, and with age, it only grows more powerful. An older woman who chooses compassion over criticism becomes magnetic in ways youth never could. People are drawn to warmth. It softens hard days, heals tired hearts, and creates a sense of safety in your presence. Compassion doesn't require grand gestures, it lives in small, thoughtful acts. Holding a door, offering a genuine compliment, sending a quick message to check in. These ripples of kindness spread further than you'll ever know. What makes compassion irresistible is its sincerity. You're not kind to impress. You're kind because you understand the weight of life and the value of gentleness. And here's the science. Acts of kindness don't just uplift others. They release feel-good chemicals in your own brain, deepening your happiness and vitality. In a culture that often praises sharpness or dominance, the woman who radiates kindness becomes a rare and refreshing presence. She reminds others of what really matters: connection, love, and humanity. That, more than anything, makes her unforgettable.
Words have power. They can lift, heal, and inspire, or they can wound, divide, and discourage. One of the most irresistible habits an older woman can master is the art of graceful communication. This doesn't mean staying silent or avoiding tough conversations. It means choosing words with intention, speaking clearly, kindly, and with respect, even when addressing difficult truths. A woman who communicates gracefully knows how to express herself without gossip, bitterness, or unnecessary harshness. She doesn't waste her voice tearing others down. Instead, she uses it to build bridges and encourage understanding. Graceful communication also includes tone and body language, the gentle smile, the nod that shows respect, the steady voice that calms instead of inflames. When you speak with both strength and warmth, people listen, not out of fear, but out of admiration. And here's the secret. Communication isn't just about the message. It's about the feeling you leave behind. A woman who masters this leaves others walking away lighter, encouraged, and deeply impressed. That kind of presence is irresistible in every room she enters. One of the most magnetic qualities in a woman over 60 is her ability to set and protect healthy boundaries. Far from pushing people away, boundaries actually draw the right ones closer. Why? Because they show self-respect. A woman who values her time, her energy, and her emotional well-being naturally teaches others to treat her with the same care. Boundaries might mean saying no to relationships that drain you, refusing to engage in unnecessary drama, or carving out time for rest and self-care. They can also be positive, saying yes only to the people and experiences that bring joy, growth, and meaning. Here's the secret. Boundaries are not walls, they're doors. Doors you control, opening and closing with wisdom and intention. This quiet authority communicates strength and dignity. It tells the world you are not desperate for approval, nor willing to be diminished for someone else's comfort. Instead, you are living authentically with clarity about who belongs in your space. And nothing is more attractive than a woman who honors herself first. Because when you do, others can't help but honor you too. Style after 60 isn't about keeping up with fast fashion or trying to look decades younger. True elegance comes from knowing yourself and expressing that knowledge through what you wear. An elegant personal style whispers confidence. It says you've lived, you've learned, and you now choose quality, comfort, and beauty on your own terms. Think timeless cuts, flattering fits, and colors that enhance your natural radiance. A well-tailored blazer, a flowing dress in a fabric that feels luxurious, or a pair of shoes that balance style with comfort. These choices communicate grace without effort. Accessories matter too. A bold necklace, a silk scarf, or a pair of statement glasses can transform even the simplest outfit into something unforgettable. What makes style irresistible is not the price tag, but the intention behind it. Dressing well isn't about impressing others, it's about honoring yourself, showing up for life ready and radiant. And here's the key: elegant style doesn't scream, it speaks softly but powerfully, leaving a lasting impression wherever you go. The final habit, and perhaps the most magnetic of all, is living with complete authenticity. At this stage of life, the most irresistible women are the ones who have shed the need to conform and embrace their individuality fully. Authenticity is magnetic because it is rare. So many people hide behind masks, while you have the courage to simply be. It shows up in the way you speak your truth kindly, in the way you pursue hobbies that light you up, and in the way you don't apologize for who you are. Individuality means choosing what feels right for you, even if it's not what's expected. Maybe it's wearing bright colors when others choose neutrals, traveling solo because it excites you, or saying no to traditions that don't resonate anymore. When you are unapologetically yourself, you invite others to relax and be themselves too. And that is irresistibly attractive. People are drawn to authenticity because it feels safe, warm, and inspiring. At the end of the day, individuality is your signature, your personal brand of beauty. It's not about perfection. It's about being unmistakably, joyfully you. When you weave all these habits together, personal presence, radiant health, a warm smile, curiosity, kindness, and the elegance of authentic style, you create a version of yourself that is magnetic in the most natural way. Irresistibility after 60 isn't about defying time or chasing trends. It's about embodying depth, wisdom, and authenticity. Each habit is a thread, and when combined, they form a tapestry of confidence and grace that draws people in effortlessly. The truth is, attractiveness evolves with age. In your 20s, it may have been about youth and energy. In your 60s and beyond, it's about presence, generosity of spirit, and the quiet confidence that only comes from lived experience. This stage of life is not a decline, but a refinement, a time when you shine, not in spite of your years, but because of them. So, as you step forward, remember, every smile you share, every spark of curiosity you nurture, every kind gesture, and every choice to honor your own style adds to your irresistible glow. You are not fading, you are focusing. Your beauty has become more nuanced, more profound, and more powerful than ever before. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits do you already practice, and which one do you feel inspired to embrace more fully starting today?